So welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime. And today we have More Fun Comics number 67, published in May 1941. And this is finally the origin of Dr. Fate. So we're going to find out where he came from. So we have a boy and his father, and they're doing some exploration in Egypt. And the father is casting doubt on whether the Egyptians actually built the pyramids. It's a theory that exists to this day and is a bit, how should I put this, racist or culturally insensitive, in the sense that it is a belief that the Egyptians simply were not capable of building the pyramids, which they most assuredly did. So the boy says, I thought the Egyptians. So does everybody. But if you know anything about the pyramids, it seems unlikely the Egyptians knew enough to build them. Well, I think they did. Astrology, science, engineering, all the arts were known perfectly. What those Egyptians knew, what our present scientists do not, is unthinkable. I have a theory that people from another planet built them. So if it's just for a story, who cares? So they go into the temple and get separated, and the boy comes across this fellow. Golly, if Dad could see this man, wow, buried so long ago, yet he looks recent. And even though this person looks gigantic, I think that's just the way it's drawn, because later on he looks normal size, because that certainly would have been the first thing I would notice. Well, I don't know. Maybe that he's existing in an Egyptian tomb. I know what he's thinking. His lips don't move, yet I understand him. He wants me to swing this lever. So out he comes, and that is Nabu. I learned the secret of molecular control of one's body. My age is close to 500,000 years. I was born on the planet Cilia as she swung in her orbit past the Earth. Why, I'll bet you helped build the pyramids. Dad, oh my golly, he's sick. He is dead. So they put some poison gas in there, and the father died, but I guess Nabu protected young Kent Nelson. I will try to repay you for your loss by teaching you the secrets of the universe. So he does, and Kent Nelson gets older, and he's able to fly, and he's able to levitate objects through his thought, and he becomes Dr. Fate. Thus was born this greatest of all masters of the supernatural. He met Inza, his companion, in Alexandria when returning to America from the Valley of Ur. With her, he roams the world, overcoming those men who practice sorcery as Dr. Fate. And I really do like the usage of Inza as a partner rather than some love interest. So then, for whatever reason, we decide that I guess we got a few more pages we need to fill up. So it's a tiny little adventure. This fellow is all shaky, and apparently he's being menaced by shadows. They're stealing his life. They come at night. I knew trying to get my life spark at night. Men I knew trying to get my life spark into their souls. You must have been an ardent believer in reincarnation at one time. I was. I made a pact to help them return to life if they died first. Now I regret it. So he has problems, and one of the shadows comes out. Look, there it is. No, stay away. So Inza calls Dr. Fate, and he comes by. By the wisdom of Nabu, I banish you, be gone. I don't remember him ever mentioning Nabu before, so maybe this is the first time now that we have his origin, that Gardner Fox is using the name Nabu. And at this point, it is, I don't think that Nabu, because I think nowadays Nabu just kind of takes over when he puts the costume on, but he seems to be Kent Nelson. You're not going to leave us. So he follows the shadow. Yeah, I am. So he goes off and down through the charnel regions. Okay, so Inza comes with him. Here are all the material evidence of the dead gathered. So he comes across Nigal, this big hulking creature. This must never happen again, or I destroy you and all your dead world. Ho, as if you could. My skull gone. So he was holding a skull. Now it's gone. Even so, I would destroy you and yours. I guess, does he mean you and yours, like everything he has, or literally his skull? It shall be so. No more will shadows run in the world of living men. So be it. So this is a pretty easy solution to the problem. He only had about 3 pages, 2.5. The world of the living and the world of the dead must never mix. When they do, all nature revolts. I had to stop Nagal before he allowed his shadows to overrun the world. So we now have the origin of Dr. Fate, and it's kind of cool. I like that. So we are continuing to flesh out the character. So this was More Fun number 67 from May 1941.